Hello, how are you all doing today? I just wanted to go ahead and show you all a nice little brief overview of an RPG template that I made and developed. I made it using Everscience RPG kit. It's an extension of that. It is not the original copy, as well as Don Rich's quest system. And I extended it using also the Arrow game framework, which is a great framework used to create Roblox games. So let me go ahead and show you guys the source code here. Here is the extension that allows you to download the Arrow game framework, and then Rojo is the extension which allows you to sync it to Roblox Studio. So if you don't know what that is, go ahead and check it out. I won't explain it here, but I'm going to go ahead and try and go through this code as quickly as possible, show you all everything here. So first things first, here are all the services that the game provides. So there's a weapon service which handles all the weapon stuff, buying weapons, selling weapons, weapon damage, weapon abilities. Or not weapon abilities, but just the weapons and the setup and everything like that. This is the spawn service. This allows all the entities to spawn correctly and everything like that. Here's a nice look at the weapon service. It also handles knockback as well, damage, and does debounce and all that good stuff too. But there's the weapon service. Quest systems, so you can essentially have a quest system where it tracks your quests and all of that great stuff. Here's an NPC manager. So this essentially manages the NPCs to make sure that, they do what they're supposed to. I have this service in here. This will be special blocks that essentially you can have, and right now it's just a kill block, but this can be a special part service essentially. Game leveling service. This interfaces with the data store and essentially tracks player data along with the data service. Character manager, this handles all the base abilities of the character, so double jump, backflip are all configured here, the roll timer and stuff. And then this is the abilities, so this allows you to do a fast run, invincibility, healing ability, and then a projectile ability. The projectile is based on raycasting, so it does trace the position of your mouse. As well as that, here's some important modules, like here's the NPC modules right here, handles all the NPC stuff. Load data also is configured with profile service here. Save data module as well, all that good stuff. And then go into the controller. This is the controller side, so the client side of things. This is your weapon/sword controller. Little task scheduler here that's built into the Arrow game framework. You can use this as well. I didn't use it too much. The quest system controller controls all the dialogue. Disables the quest system if you move too far away from the person you're talking to. Context action service is the key bindings for things. So this handles most of the key bindings for the double jump and for the backflip. And you have an ability controller, which is essentially like a router, which routes to the server. So this calls to the server and then only does that if the specific ability matches, and this would be the string name of the ability. So we have a projectile ability, a fast run, a heal, and a force field. But that's just the quickest overview I can do of everything. You also have a configuration folder here, which holds all the game configurations. This has, item, like, what's the word for it? Rarity, not rarity, because it's not like rare or less rare, like tiers, there's the word I'm looking for. So rusty, iron, bronze, silver, gold, legendary are the tiers of the weapons here. Same thing with the mobs, they have different tiers. So you have grunt, officer, commander, general, and lord. Is all right here, it's configured right here. And then this is our directory. I called it path configuration module, but you can call it the config.dirs or whatever you want. But this directs all incoming requests to the proper modules for everything here. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of configuration files for all the different game items in the game. And that stuff is all configured here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the game real quick. So I can go ahead and play here, and you'll see that I have a nice little working dialogue system. It also runs with a data store, so you do have, that save data module was an object relational mapper, which maps to Roblox's data store. But here are all the swords you can get. They have a cost as well. Currently I have them set to 0 because it's just an example, but it would pull. And then here's the dialogue, as you can see, so you can talk to people and they can give you quests and stuff like that, and it'll pop up over here. So he just tells you like the mechanics and stuff. And then here's the king, and he can give you quests as well. This, GUI isn't the greatest, but it's just a nice little default GUI that kind of maps with everything going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and close it, and I'm going to grab the ultimate sword. So The way the mob spawning works is that there's these little mob spawners in the area, right? And they have a specific name. The name here is the instance at what they were created in the game, and it serves as like an ID key. And the reason why I have that is so that way players, when they touch it, can't continuously spam mob like creation and crash the server. But they also can't like debounce it and make it not spawn any other mobs if somebody plays it. So this is based off of touch events and is also based on the player who touched it and the amount of time that's passed. I will create a full tutorial explaining how I did that, but that's just the basic idea. And then underneath it, will have the data as far as what mob is supposed to spawn and the quantity. And then its rank, and then as well the timer, so the debounce timer. So this was 5, but this represents 5 minutes in the script. So this debounces every 5 minutes. So right now they're all active, so I'll go ahead and touch this and it'll spawn some mobs. Here are your goblin grunts, and I'll go ahead and kill them. Huh. I also have a damage indicator here, and as you can see they pass away, and then if I touch this again, it will track that I have touched it already and it will not spawn the mobs again. Which is important because we don't want players continuously spamming mobs, but if another player touched it, it would work. As you can see, the level system is tracking just fine here, and the XP and all of that kind of stuff. And you know, I can also sell my sword here as well. Again, this is worth $0, so you won't see it track here, but that's how that works. Go ahead and get the healing sword here so you can see this sword. This sword heals you, as I'm sure the name implies. Let's go ahead and look at these mobs here. So here's the second set of mobs. As you can see, they spawn and completely kill me instantly. Maybe I'm not that good, right? But as you can see, you know, they spawn pretty well. Go ahead and get another sword here so you can see. We'll go heavy sword. This makes you invincible, but it's very heavy. Each sword does not only come with its own special ability, but also comes with jump height configured and all that kind of stuff configured as well. So this is the heavy sword, so it does way more damage. Each player can also jump, double jump, and then also backflip. And the backflip does spawn a force field around you. And as you can see, I can no longer touch this wall here anymore. So here's the third and final just spawner I have in the game. Right now this spawns some nice little skeletons, and here's their little animations. I gotta heal. I might die here. Oh, got them both. There we go. Alright, the sword still got me. Alright, cool. So, but anyways, that's a nice little just walkthrough of this game. I hope this was helpful, and I will be doing more tutorials, doing a full breakdown of everything. So if you guys have any questions, please leave it in the comments, and feel free to go ahead and pull this from GitHub. I have the repository published and everything like that, so go ahead and mess around with it, and I will see you on the next one.